Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk about great ideas than to chase after them. Even if he has clever thoughts, he doesn't put in enough hard work to climb high in his job. He won't stir up drama, but he also won't make bold moves.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't explode or pick fights, but he doesn't really face the problem either. Instead, he quietly pulls back and tries to keep out of sight until the trouble passes. He won't make a scene, but you might notice him withdrawing or becoming extra quiet and distant during tough times.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the type to argue or stir up trouble at work. In fact, he's usually polite and avoids conflict as much as possible. However, since he keeps to himself and doesn't show much warmth or care, he might come off as distant.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he won't compete with you or feel threatened. He's not the jealous type and doesn't tie his worth to chasing big ambitions. He'll likely stay in his own world and just quietly go along with things.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or act out if you earn more than him. Money matters don't hit his ego too hard, and he's not likely to see your higher income as a threat or a competition. He may be quiet about his feelings, but he won't start arguments or try to bring you down.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and prefers to keep things organized and under control. You'll rarely see him making impulsive purchases or wasting money on things he doesn't need. You won't have to worry about sudden surprises or debt with him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be something he's not. He's practical and knows how to stick to a budget, so you won't catch him showing off or buying things just to impress others. There's little risk of him falling into debt or making promises he can't keep.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's not very open hearted or generous, whether it's with money or his feelings. You'll notice he prefers to keep things to himself, sharing only what's necessary and rarely going out of his way to help or surprise others. He means well, but he's more about saving and routine than showing affection or giving freely.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is honest about money and not controlling or sneaky with finances. He likes things organized and prefers clear plans. So he'll probably keep records and let you know where things stand. If you appreciate simple, honest talk about money without drama or hidden games, he'll make you feel secure.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in keeping things organized and tidy, but he isn't likely to force all the housework onto you. Instead, he'll prefer routines and clear roles and may even prefer doing certain chores himself so that things are done just right. He doesn't have a bossy attitude, so he won't insist that cleaning or cooking is only your responsibility.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not the type to boss you around or just stand by while you do all the work. He prefers things neat and in order, so he will likely step in and help with chores and diapers if he knows exactly what needs to be done. Sometimes he may avoid messy or demanding jobs and keep to tasks he's comfortable with.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the sort to get into arguments or fight to prove he's right. If you share your side, he'll listen politely and avoid pushing back or raising his voice. Sometimes he may seem distant, but he's not doing it to upset you.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't shout, say mean things, or act in a harsh way. Instead of letting his anger out on you, he tends to keep quiet or withdraw into himself. He doesn't like conflict, and you'll rarely see him lose control or do something you'd regret later.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he doesn't get angry quickly. He's quite calm and usually keeps his feelings under control, even in tough situations. In fact, his calmness can bring peace to the home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He's more likely to quietly accept blame or responsibility than to point fingers at you. If something goes wrong, he doesn't lash out or start blaming others. Instead, he handles things politely and won't turn it into a fight.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He is polite and careful about crossing lines, so you're unlikely to feel pressured or ignored if you say you're not comfortable with something. You can trust that he'll listen and give you space when you need it.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the type to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He doesn't tie his self worth to physical closeness, and he respects your space without getting upset or sulking. He understands boundaries and is gentle about these matters, so you can feel safe and respected with him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He is respectful and values keeping things orderly and peaceful, so he won't use anything personal against you or try to embarrass you later. He prefers to avoid drama and conflict, and he believes in being polite and fair.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be faithful than to get distracted by other women. He prefers routine, stability, and avoids risky behavior. So he isn't one to chase after excitement or flirt around. If you're looking for someone who sticks by you and doesn't wander, he's a safe bet.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he isn't over possessive or jealous. He doesn't like drama and tends to avoid power struggles, so you won't see him controlling your actions or questioning your choices all the time. He trusts you to do your own thing and rarely gets suspicious without a real reason.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective doesn't turn into controlling behavior. He is gentle and polite and wants things to be peaceful rather than controlled. He doesn't use care as an excuse to limit your freedom or make decisions for you.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He's likely to see parenting as something that runs best with routines and clear roles rather than just your job alone. He'll help out in practical ways, especially with tasks that fit into a plan, but he might not be very energetic or take a strong lead. He values order and will pitch in if asked, as long as expectations are clear.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he'll stay calm and won't lose his temper. He doesn't get angry easily and isn't the type to yell or scold harshly. He prefers to keep order and avoid making a scene.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother and as your own person. He's not someone who tries to boss you around or keep all the family duties just for you. You won't have to fight for your space or freedom, as he values peace and avoids making you feel trapped.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will suddenly ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He likes order, routines, and clear plans, but he doesn't use support as a trick to control you later. He isn't dramatic or bossy about your choices and prefers to avoid fights about roles or careers.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will be polite and respectful to your parents, but may not show real warmth or deep affection. His way is to keep things orderly and calm, so he'll make sure to greet them properly, mind his manners, and not cause any trouble. However, he might come across as a bit distant or formal rather than truly close or loving. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect everyone to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and avoid making things worse. He isn't quick to anger or drama and prefers to keep peace, even in tough situations. He may not offer deep comfort or bold action, but you can trust him to handle family troubles with steady patience.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not the type to make a big show of acting modern with you, but then pressure you to be a perfect, traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values calmness and likes things to run smoothly, so he prefers avoiding tension or embarrassment for either of you. He'll likely hope you're polite and fit in, but he won't turn strict or double faced about it.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will mostly stay out of it instead of taking sides or jumping into arguments. He doesn't like conflict and tries to keep things calm and orderly, so he may quietly support you in the background but won't openly challenge his relatives. If you need strong vocal support, you might wish for more from him.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't openly a mummy's boy, but he prefers to keep peace and avoid direct fights, especially with his mother. If there's a conflict, he won't likely take her side against you, yet he may not strongly stand up for you either. His way is to stay quiet, step back, and hope things settle on their own rather than get in the middle.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who shares every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and avoids drama, so he keeps personal matters between the two of you. This means you can trust that your private moments are safe and he respects your boundaries.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him means life feels steady, predictable, and mostly drama free. He is polite, keeps things organized, and avoids fights, so your days will be peaceful and free from big quarrels.